And now we're going to go to our GMA cover story, Britney Spears' battle. The pop star fighting for freedom from her father after more than a decade of him controlling her finances. Ariel Resham joins us with the details on this family fight. Good morning, Ariel.
Hey, good morning to you, Michael. As you know, the hashtag Free Britney has been shared hundreds of thousands of times, her fans rallying behind her as she fights for her independence from her father.
This morning, a small victory for Britney Spears, who is one step closer to gaining some independence from father Jamie Spears. In Tuesday's proceedings, which the pop star was not in attendance for, her attorney claiming, "My client has informed me that she is afraid of her father and that she will not perform again if her father is in charge of her career." Britney's life and finances all carefully managed by her father and a co-conservator following her public meltdown 12 years ago. A temporary co-conservator was appointed last year because her father had health issues, but the pop star's lawyer claiming her father does not allow her any involvement in decisions. Her request is to replace him with a wealth management group, Bessemer Trust. Jamie Spears' team countering, saying Mr. Spears' sole motivation has been his unconditional love for his daughter and a fierce desire to protect her. Britney frequently speaking directly to her fan base on her Instagram page. This post just 1 week ago to dispel rumors and assure her 26 million followers that she is okay.
That I am fine. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
The judge ultimately declining to remove Jamie Spears as conservator at this time. But Britney's choice of wealth manager, Bessemer Trust, was named as the co-conservator of her $60 million estate.
Sometimes families aren't the best people to be in that role, that it's very emotionally challenging because it's often adversarial, and you don't want to pit one family member against another.
Following the court proceedings, Spears staying positive, posting online, "Keep jumping towards your dream."
What's up, guys? My name is Matei. Another day for Music Biz Daily, and today we're talking about Britney Spears. So the video that you just saw, and the reporter basically saying that Britney Spears is fighting for her freedom, you're like, what are you talking about? Like, that's her dad. Freedom from what? Like, she can't just fire him or whatever. And honestly, it's not that simple. So let's kind of break down what could have happened. I don't have all the contractual information, obviously. I don't think anybody does. It may come out if this goes to public court, which it seems like it is, but we'll see what happens. But let me kind of break down how companies are set up, at least from an LLC standpoint, right? Generally, when you set up a company, you put together an operating agreement, which breaks down, first of all, the equity of all the members in that company, and it also breaks down the functioning of the company, the functioning of the positions within the company, and so on and so forth. So if you're just an equity owner, let's say you own 60% of a company, you're a member. The other member that owns 40% of the company is also a member. Or you could be a 60% of the owner of the company, equity-wise, and you can have two other members at 20% each. Now, there's such a thing called a managing member. The managing member may have all the rights of management of the company. So essentially, even though you own majority of the company, in order to sign any type of paperwork, in order to hire any type of contractor, in order to even retain a lawyer or get an insurance policy, whatever, everything has to go through the managing member. And depending on how the operating is written, the managing member can have that ultimate power for a period of number of years. It could be for life, or there's obviously clauses in the contract that say if somebody gets I can't even say the word, but basically if you go crazy or you die in a car accident and you're in a coma, or something happens, you get a brain injury and you can't really operate any longer like a normal human being, then somebody else takes over that managing member responsibility. Now, you notice that the report said that, and we all probably seen this 12 years ago, Britney had kind of like a public mental breakdown when she shaved her head. And I wouldn't be surprised if at that time her father had something put into the operating agreement that basically gave him the indefinite rights for the, I guess, life of their relationship, a business relationship, that he would be the managing member. Maybe he doesn't even own majority of the equity of Britney Spears' estate and her publishing and all of that. He may own a smaller piece equity-wise, but he still could have changed the contract where he is the sole operator, meaning the finances, signing contracts on her behalf to do performances, anything like that has to go through her dad. So this is where it comes to the thing that they mentioned, where it's basically Britney's asking for freedom, because if that operating agreement for their relationship, business relationship, was an indefinite operating agreement, meaning as long as that company is alive, she can't fire him because she doesn't have the rights, even though she may own more equity, and she can't do anything without his approval and all of that. So essentially, she, Britney, I guess that their personal relationship fell apart. She's trying to get another company to come in and manage her finances and other stuff like that. And look, guys, this happens all the time. I mean, how many times have you seen celebrities, actors, not just that, even like famous entrepreneurs that, had a family member dispute, or, a divorce happen, and like, look, at the end of the day, check the contract. This is why I stress just understanding the business. I know it's probably boring to a lot of artists out there, a lot of people, but it's like, if you want to be a successful businessman, you can't let shit like this slip through. Same goes for Britney. I understand her whole life has been about, practicing for performances and dancing and choreography and singing, vocal lessons and all of that. But at some point, you may want to go through and just get a better understanding of how your contracts work and who's responsible. And just because your mom or your dad is your manager, it doesn't mean that 10 years from now there's going to be some dispute and you later find out it's like, damn, I'm basically locked into this business and I can't make any decisions about it or anything about the future of the company, about what I do, because the company is based around my brand. And even though my mom only owns 20%, 25%, I can't even dissolve the company. Now you got to go to court. So the point, I'm trying to make here, the moral of the story is learn the damn business. Don't be scared to go through contracts. And even though it's your family member managing your estate, it's always okay to ask questions and taking the initiative to figure out what's going on. And again, just like I said in my previous video, if somebody has a problem with you asking questions and they can't explain it, it's probably a first telltale sign that you may want to reconsider doing business with that person, even if it's your own blood and your family. I'm gonna leave you with that. See you guys in the next one. Peace.